The provisioning is one of the key processes of every IGA product, and during this video we will see how this is working with Saviynt. During the latest year, we started a strong collaboration with Saviynt, and through this series of videos we would like to show you how Saviynt is working. Hi, my name is Mauro Verderosa. I'm a cybersecurity expert and specialized in identity access management, and I work for the company PSYND. During this video, we will go through the provisioning processes, and we will see also how you can configure it, use and prepare a basic connector, how to create and delete identity from a target system, and we also see which are the different methodologies that you could use to create this connection in target system using Saviynt and without writing any single line of code.
Let's make a deep dive about the users. So first of all, let's check some configuration, how we could make the setup of the identities. So first of all, in the moment that we create an identity, we can have the possibility to custom generate email, first name and last name, or the username. So in this case, here there are some rules that we can set up. We may select that based on just to avoid duplicate, if we have Mauro Verderosa, we decide only to take the first one. In the event that could also be not only Mauro but also Mario, Manuel, or stuff like this, the system may decide to take more chars just to avoid the duplication, because the two of them cannot be M Verderosa, just to avoid the duplications. When we check the administration of the users, we go and check the identity repositories. What you can see is that we can handle the users that are what in other systems are called like identities, so are the digital representation of a human. We have the accounts that even if in both cases we can have Mauro in both of them, the one user is my digital representation, while the account is an entity that is created in a target system, that is representing actually me. Moreover, so what are my accesses? And on top we have also something else that is the entitlement, that are the single rights, so the access of read-write on a resource, the execute something and so on, or group them. Something interesting about this platform, okay, it's quite classical, etc. But here we have the opportunity, for example, to create directly the user. This is not given by all cloud applications. So we can also come here, enter the information that we may need. Mauro123, it's Mau, Verde, etc. So I can enter directly the information in this way and create. Other systems, for example, that are also on cloud, doesn't have this option, and we are forced to only take them as connected resources. So of course the accounts are every time should be bound to an existing identity, like we saw before. Now let's check the security systems. So in the moment that we decide to import identities, and of course not make the manual creation like what we just displayed, we may have the opportunity to create, to take this from a connected system, an LDAP, a classical Active Directory, a database, any kind of stuff. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna click here and create security system. Here is what we see from inside, the one already prepared. And we need to set up the classical things. So the name that you want to check, some of the rules, etc. A part of this, there is also the connectivity that we need to set up, and here where are the classical parameters, so connected system, username and password, which are the queries that we need to run, and so on. Something interesting is that we not only have the security system once we connect, but you also need to generate the endpoint. This allows us, using the same system, to configure different instances, imagine from Active Directory and so on, to prevent to recreate several times the same connectivity. Something interesting that also we have, like how to manage this connected system. Here there is an example with AmigoPod. So the idea is that that here we see that we can configure custom properties and so on. This is the classical system, the classical idea where you can upload an extraction of SQL, a CSV file, and so on. Let's give it a look. So let's see in this case how we can upload an account. So we go here, we make the upload, and we select which is the connected system. We make the preview, and classically we can see that here we are reading directly from the CSV file, and I repeat, it could be any kind of system. We can make a mapping which is the system. So here we take the endpoint, we take the type, etc., and we just import, so the user will be automatically created. Could be that could be also in the situation where we are uploading somebody, and maybe the user is create a conflict. There could be, for example, we may have the system is not able to resolve like M Verderosa that you have 2 times. So in this case, the system may be get blocked, and the administrator will be able to go here, check the task, and check the pending task eventually to resolve any conflict that may raise from this situation. Let's go back, let's see some cool feature in this case. But before of that, we need to also to be aware that every time that we make the upload of an account, we also should make the upload of the relative entitlements, because suppose that we don't have a connected security groups like in an LDAP, we may want, in the case of a CSV file, remake the same exercise, making an upload of entitlements, and also the CSV file should be correctly formatted and mapped. For a generic application, the tool the product is also able to simplify you the onboarding of a custom application. So for example, here we may have something coming from a catalog that we have e-business suite, AWS, Azure, SAP, or something like this. Eventually, we can also create our custom application that we would like to onboard. So we go here, we can select from, you can see here, we have quite many opportunities how to select from our marketplace we would like to take, like Zoom, Workday, or whatever it is. Eventually, we can also say, now here we don't find actually the application that we are looking for. So what we could do in this case, we also have the opportunity to create our own application. So we take custom one, we can provide a name, my test app. Here we put a description, this is from my catalog, etc. And also to assign which is the user. Exactly like what we see for the CSV file that we saw before, we may also decide, for example, which are the basic configuration that we take, how we manage the account, and how people could decide to make the upload. So every time that we manage in Saviynt the applications, we may decide who is entitled to request it, etc., based on the role and so on. And once we proceed, we can also decide if to take something that automated, maybe we're going to be connected to, we can make a connection to a external web service that is going to facilitate us how to make it, or we go here straightforward the manual. We have some metadata that we're going to uploading, and we start to create our file. And once we put, we have of course rules and so on, including also custom icon, the names, and so on.
This concluded the video. Thank you for watching. If you may have any question, feel free to contact me. I will be happy to reply. I remind you that PSYND is the only ISC2 official training provider in Switzerland, and since many years we are helping cybersecurity professionals to get their certification. Thank you, and see you in the next video.